Longtime supervillain GRU has his pride hurt when an unknown rival steals the Great Pyramid of Giza. Gru, his elderly assistant, Dr. Nefario, and his army of minions formulate a plan to steal the moon. Dr. Nefario worries that the plan will be too expensive, so GRU applies for a loan from Mr. Perkins, the director of the Bank of Evil, who orders GRU to steal a shrink ray first. While at the bank, GRU meets Vector, the budding supervillain who stole the pyramid. GRU and two of his minions obtain the shrink ray from a research base, only for Vector to intercept them and steal it for himself. After a series of failed attempts to steal back the shrink ray from Vector's fortress, GRU notices three orphan girls named Margot, Edith, and Agnes being allowed into the fortress to sell cookies to Vector. GRU disguises himself as a dentist and adopts the girls. He later uses them to distract Vector long enough for him to steal back the shrink ray. He intends to abandon the girls at an amusement park, but then starts to bond with them. Rue later shows Mr. Perkins the shrink ray via video call, with some interruptions from the girls. However, Perkins refuses the loan and claims GRU is not of any use to him. A heartbroken GRU tells the minions that the bank ceased funding the project. The girls give him their piggy bank, and the minions pool all of their resources to raise the funds needed for the project. Meanwhile, Perkins berates Vector, who was revealed to be his son, for letting GRU steal back the shrink ray. But Vector assures his father that he can stop GRU. Dr. Nefario calculates the day when the moon is closest to Earth, but it is the same day as the girls' ballet recital. Believing the girls are too much of a distraction to Gru, Nefario calls the orphanage's owner, Miss Hattie, to take the girls back. GRU successfully shrinks and steals the moon. Hoping to make it to the recital on time, GRU rushes back to Earth, but finds that the recital has already ended, and that Vector has kidnapped the girls. Arriving at Vector's fortress, GRU surrenders the moon to Vector, but Vector refuses to give back the girls. Enraged, GRU storms Vector's fortress, intent on revenge. After GRU sidesteps all of the fortress's defenses, Vector panics and activates his escape aircraft. Meanwhile, Dr. Nefario and the minions discover that the shrink ray's effects are temporary. The bigger an object, the faster it reverts to its regular size. Gru and Nefario and the minions rescue the girls before the moon returns to its normal size and launches itself into orbit, destroying Vector's aircraft and stranding Vector. Gru reclaims custody of the girls, and they celebrate with a special ballet recital that becomes a dance party.